Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream. I'm going to turn on desktop audio because I forgot that. Can you speak Arconex to make sure it works?
Hello.
Yeah, it should
Speaking.
work. Yeah, my OBS is liking that, so it should work. Today
Good.
we're going to have a podcast for you guys where we're going to talk about clan boss and what's common, uncommon, rare, epic and legendary heroes which could be good for it, and what potential heroes combined together could make a nice combo to do a lot of damage, or like a synergy team or something. Right? Something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. I mean, I'm also currently trying to get everything situated.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay, so I'm a little... Okay, I need to just change my face cam a little bit because this wasn't planned. Let me just make my face cam a little bit smaller. Something like that. I think that looks fine enough. So before we start, I do want to open up my live stream chat so that I can see what's going on. Maybe useful. People could give some input to our podcast as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find this on Spotify, Google... Okay, never mind.
You can find this podcast live streaming to the iTunes store.
Yeah, you can find it everywhere. Like, YouTube is so broken lately. I know this isn't a part of the podcast, but honestly, like, just getting a live stream started, and right now I cannot find my own live stream on my own channel.
I didn't get a
Just
notification.
it is live. It's been live for 1 minute 50 seconds, and I'm sure some people are here, but that's the thing about YouTube. We need to make a YouTube podcast at some point, but this is Raid Shadow Legends related. So I will give one last try to check my chat. If it does not work, then we can just get started, and I can actually just be on game on my phone, even though the live stream should work, but it doesn't. So I'm just on Raid on my phone. You don't find it? You don't see it?
No.
You don't see me live?
No, I did not. I didn't get a notification either.
YouTube. Maybe I should join Twitch like you and just be a Twitch streamer or something. I'm really tempted to just join Twitch at this point because things are just broken on YouTube and it's ridiculous. And people watching this VOD, which probably will be perfect, will be like, why are you wasting 3 minutes of my life? What have I ever done to you for you to waste 3 minutes? I want to learn about Clan Boss. Anyways, the live stream doesn't seem to pop up. Hopefully it will be saved as a video later. So Clan Boss. Should we try and think about different strategies for different clan bosses? Would you say that the same heroes would be good for both normal, hard, nightmare, and brutal and all that? Is it just the same boss in general, and then you just need higher stats, the higher boss, essentially, with the same heroes?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, the affinity of the clan boss does change every day. So your easy and normal clan bosses are going to be different affinities, different days. But I do feel like certain champions scale better at higher levels, such as like Cold Heart or anybody with poison. Like obviously they're going to be good no matter what the level is, but if the clan boss has more HP, then their abilities will be dealing more damage. So if you're looking at scalability into late game, rather than focusing on damage for the clan boss, like raw damage, it's percent health is how you're going to scale into brutal nightmare.
Yeah, because, I agree with you. Because that's how it is in Spider as well. Like, the higher HP it has, the more she will deal, because her skill is based on max health. And I think that's also, for example, if you're having a Giant Slayer as early as a normal boss, it would not deal as much because the boss doesn't have that much health as, like, for example, a brutal boss or a nightmare boss. So your damage would... Technically, it would go down because the boss would kill you faster, but your damage in a shorter amount of time would increase or something. I'm going to end everything with or something. Is my live stream live yet?
I still can't see it.
Jeez, man, why are you like this?
Does
I don't
OBS
know.
have any errors on it?
It says just that I'm live streaming, that I've been live streaming for 5 minutes, 17 seconds, 0 dropped frames. I'm live streaming to YouTube because I just used this exact setup like a few hours ago. So everything should be fine. It's on YouTube's end. It's definitely not on my end. Could also turn you up maybe. There we go. So anyway, I think Giant Slayer, especially for clan boss, you should use it for heroes that hit 3 times or more, because then you will get the maximum output of Giant Slayer in comparison to War Master. War Master is also based on enemy max health, but in my opinion, I think you should just use that for like singular hit heroes like Ray, or someone just hitting twice, or just have one skill and then the rest doesn't hit a lot of times. But even then, for example, Apothecary, he has one skill only that does damage, and that hits like 4 times. So Giant Slayer is automatically worth it on him.
Right, and it's the same principle with Aethel.
Yeah.
If you're attacking multiple times, then Giant Slayer has a higher percent chance overall of proccing.
Yeah, it's actually 4 hits, so that's 30% each or something. So that should be technically guaranteed 1 Giant Slayer hit per time. I think she hits 4 times, right? I think it's 4 instead of 3. Yeah, it should be. Aethel.
It's 3, I believe.
Does she only hit 3 times? I feel like she's hit more. Dang it. Okay, well. She's still good, but there's obviously way better heroes to use in Clan Boss. But when I was rather new in this game and I had an Aethel, like everyone said, oh, Aethel is like endgame, she's godlike in Clan Boss and yada yada yada. But nowadays she's really not. Now she's
still fairly strong, but
yeah, she does do her damage, that's for sure. Is my live stream up right now? I should have, you know what? I could actually take a look. I have a way of figuring this out, and I think this is actually. I don't want to go on YouTube Studio with this. I almost messed myself up showing all my showing literally everything. That wouldn't be too good now, would it? Streamed 7 minutes ago. Wait, it said it was streamed 7. What? Just give me a second, guys. This is a very successful first podcast brought to you by G Fuel. Okay, hi there, Dark Apollo. So it says the stream is it's green, but it says it's offline. Why does it do that? What is wrong with the stream?
Maybe try restarting it.
Okay, sure. I'll actually try and restart it. Streaming. Hello everyone, welcome to a podcast. Hopefully this is already 8 minutes into it, so hopefully YouTube will do its magic and just combine these two together, but hopefully it will actually show that we're live. It's me and Arcanex theory crafting at the podcast for Clan Boss. So let's see here if it works. It's just literally green. It says it's starting. The live stream. It just says that it's starting, but it's.
I have no idea right now with YouTube, because
it's an issue. Like... They had issues loading thumbnails earlier. Like they've had issues all day. Like YouTube has had a lot of issues, but I didn't have issues earlier today. So it's kind of weird. I have no idea. Live is not working. Fudge. So someone said it's not working. I think we should delay it until YouTube is fixed.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe tomorrow or later on.
Yeah,
if you're awake.
Yeah, we could try again in like 2 hours or an hour or something. I will actually, before we end off the live stream, I do want to go on Twitter. So someone subscribed. Thank you so much, Jane Eero, for subscribing.
It says live now.
Am I live? Are we live?
I see.
We're live.
Yeah. Live is working now.
Okay,
I see
so
it.
should we just like do everything over again? Hopefully that's fine. It wasn't too much. It was literally just talking about cold art. Sure.
Yeah, the live video
Yeah.
says like 45 seconds. So,
Yeah, okay. Well, hi everyone. Nice to see you all. I'm happy that you could make it. We have had some technical difficulties, but we're here now. We're here to talk about Clan Boss and what heroes,
yep.
whether they're common, uncommon. I don't think many common heroes is good against World Boss, but you or Clan Boss, it's your expertise, so you will have to talk a little bit more about that. And rare and epic and legendary heroes. Which ones is the best? Is legendary heroes even super useful against Clan Boss if you want to deal 30 million to Nightmare? Because I've seen many teams with just a bunch of epics and maybe one legendary dealing 30 million, but like a team full of legendaries wouldn't be able to do that. And so you definitely have a lot of possibilities. So what we basically covered earlier is that some heroes... Well, I first asked you, like, is there a difference between normal, hard, and brutal boss if you use the exact same heroes, for example?
Yeah, there's that's why the most commonly used champions have to do with percent health damage, whether it be, for instance, Cold Heart just straight up does additional damage based off the enemy's max HP, or champions that use a lot of poison because that does percent health damage. So the higher you go into the clan boss, the more max HP they have, and the more damage you'll deal. The only thing you have to, I guess, pay attention to with the poison champions is the higher tier clan bosses are going to have more resistance. So at that point, you're going to need more accuracy rating if you want to be consistently dealing damage to like Nightmare and Brutal.
Yeah. And this is kind of similar with the spider as well, as I've said in the failed kind of YouTube stuff, that the higher spider, and many people told me this when I actually fought the spider. This is kind of unrelated to clan boss, but it kind of fits together, where I dealt, like, let's say 300,000 to spider 15, but only 150,000 to spider 13. And that's just purely because of the health, and that's kind of how it works with the clan boss as well. Like, if it has 658 million health instead of 100 million health, then obviously you will deal more damage, because some skills, as you said, Cold Heart is based on max health. And the same goes for masteries such as Giant Slayer and War Master. And once, if you do have a hitter, in my opinion, which I guess is the most popular and probably the best opinion, because it's not original, it's like some professional saying that. It's that if you have a hero hitting 4 or more times, even 3 times, I think Giant Slayer is the best, because then it will have a higher likelihood of triggering, especially more times, and then it would be better than War Master.
Yeah, that's with Giant Slayer. If you get Giant Slayer on Cold Heart, that just adds another reason why she's very strong against clan boss, because she attacks 4 times with her primary, with her A1, with a let me check really quick, 25% chance of placing heal reduction debuff. I think it's 30% if you have her A1 maxed out, max skilled. So you'll have 4 attacks, you can place heal reduction, and if her A2, if the enemy has a heal reduction debuff, she places a 5% poison. So
that is also very good.
Stack a lot of percent health with every one of her abilities if you have Giant Slayer.
Yeah, she's Cold Heart is definitely a very good hero. Even though they nerfed her, she's still good. And I've seen some people use her in clan boss, and she's not to be underestimated there as well, purely because of her skills, which she can deal so much damage. Even with her max, I guess it's her 3rd attack. Even, I think if she's maxed skilled and have a great artifact, I think with that skill she could probably deal more than someone dealing damage with Giant Slayer, for example. I think she, like, for example, let's say you have, let's put my Tomb Lord into an example. He does, let's say 150,000 when successfully triggered Giant Slayer, which would deal approximately 80,000 per or something, or less a little bit. And with her like ignoring defense skill and whatnot, like she can definitely deal a lot of damage. And I did use her a little bit on clan boss. She's obviously not like end game material for a clan boss, but she's definitely useful if you miss a hero for clan boss. She's meh, to be honest.
She still talking about Cold Heart, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah. I think Cold Heart could be end game to an extent. Obviously, there's going to be other champions that are going to push you to a slightly higher, more consistent damage. But
yeah, like Steel Crusher, for example.
Yeah, like Steel Crusher. But Cold Heart's not too hard to get a hold of. Like she's not too hard to obtain. She's just a rare. And
yeah, and you can easily level up her skills because again, she's just a rare, so it's not really too difficult. And if I have a couple of copies on her on my old main, so I may want to just do that for the spider. I saw someone I saw someone beating Spider 15 in 25 seconds, which was kind of insane.
Yeah, she's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
that's another reason why I've kind of focused on leveling her up and skilling her up, because I needed someone. I also needed somebody for Spider's Den. I do have Elhain and Cold Heart, but one of the other champions that is very strong for clan boss, especially early on. If you're still new to the game and you're just starting out and you want to deal a little bit more damage to the clan boss, Outlaw Monk is very strong against clan boss. Is he really? Yeah, he's an uncommon, and you can get him fairly easily from a lot of shards.
I bet you if you
copies.
Yeah, you could easily max his skills as well, like that, because you can just get so many copies of him.
Exactly. I have multiple copies of him that are fully skilled out.
Jesus, man. What's his skills like? Why is he good against clan boss as an uncommon hero?
Well, his A1, he attacks once, and he has, when he's fully maxed out, he has a 25% chance of granting himself an extra turn when he attacks with his A1. And then his A2 foul play is he places 2 5% poison debuffs on a target for 2 turns, and it's on a 3-turn cooldown.
It's on a 3-turn cooldown only?
Mm-hmm. It has 1 upgrade, which reduces it to 3 turns. It starts off at 4.
Yeah. But let's just say that all the skills are maxed because it's so easy to get them. So if he gets an extra turn, if you're like ultra lucky, you get a lot of extra turns. You could easily just do that poison thing. If it's the poison lasts for 2 turns.
Yes.
Yeah, so you could easily get that poison to be steady on the boss, dealing 75k or however much poison deals to higher bosses. So
I've
that's
had a clan boss run where he dealt, I think, almost 2 million by himself because
2 million.
So I use toxic. I use a toxic set on him, and I got rather lucky one turn where I threw off the poison and then used his A1 and got 2 extra turns back to back, and then used foul play again. And the toxic stacks were proccing on most of my attacks.
It?
Yeah.
I didn't know toxic sets, it stacks to poison.
Yeah, so it's the toxic set is a 2.5% poison debuff. And it can stack on top of foul play, his A2, the double poison. So sometimes you can use it and get 3 poisons, 2 5% and 1 2.5%.
Yeah, that's that's a lot of poison, and that's just one an uncommon hero, so you can really do a lot, like 2 million damage. I don't think my heroes does that. What kind of boss does he do 2 million damage to?
This was on normal, and this was one time, because I got very lucky on his turns with extra
Yeah.
turns.
But
On
still.
average, I would say he's probably around 700,000 or like 700,000 damage.
6 to 700k damage. That's still a good amount for just being an uncommon. Do you have him a 5-star, or have you been crazy and made him
Not
6
yet.
stars? Just making him 6 stars. I don't think that would that be worth it? I don't really know.
No. Because he's an uncommon, his stats don't scale. So if you were to make him 5 stars, the increase in stats that you get on him after 4 stars is kind of negligible. Like it's not really.
Yeah, like 50 attack.
beneficial.
There we go.
Yeah, you get 50 additional attack, and it's okay. Well,
500 health. There we go.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, his stat increases are very poor.
Yeah. Do we have any other good uncommons? I guess we don't have any good commons. That would be kinda...
Not for clan boss.
No.
I use Sister Militant for Spider's Den.
She does... oh, doesn't she do AoE damage?
Yep, her only ability is attacks all enemies. That's it. That's all it does. She just
That's
hits
great
everyone.
if you don't have a legendary or a rare doing that. So that's actually very good. She just KOs. Yeah, that's actually very smart to use. And she's so easy to get as well.
Too. Yeah, she's very common.
Yeah, she's... I think I've gotten like 5 of her today, to be honest. So she's like, I see her everywhere. But let's move on to rare heroes. Steel Skull, I assume he is not rare. I think Steel Skull and all that is epics. I don't actually remember. I think Steel Skull is an epic. I think the most common, like, ultra clan boss teams is based on epic heroes, alongside maybe a legendary.
What faction is Steel Skull?
Isn't Steel Skull like Orgrimmar tribes or an orc or something? I think it's Orgrimmar tribes or skinwalkers. I don't actually remember on the top of my head.
I don't have him, so.
Oh, you don't? Well, there are some people talking in chats. Norway won football. Okay, well that's awesome. You get an extra turn. So Fasakas said, if Fasak, I just have to scroll. Rotten from my guild here. Okay, let me just read if someone had any good things. So someone said to try stun set for Robar. It's amazing. You get an extra turn even on your AoE skills if you stun. Well, the clan boss cannot be stunned. Let's see here. How much damage does the hottest... Okay. The hottest chocolate in the world? That would do 9 million apiece. So if you had a team of 4 hottest chocolates, you would steal like 4 times 9. So you would steal 36 million damage. If you don't know what I'm talking about, me and my sister ate the world's hottest chocolate, which is 9 million scoville.
Ooh.
So they'd do 9 million
Carolina
apiece.
Reaper in it?
Yeah, like a lot of extract of that. It was...
Mm-hmm.
I actually felt the pain of it today, but let's not go into more details on that. So yeah, it was horrible at work today. Okay, enough. I was exhausted. Anyway, about rares. I know for a fact that Atel is good. Also, someone subscribed or donated. I think that was a donate sound. No, it was a subscribe sound. Thank you, Max Teddy. Just checking the subscriptions or subscribers live. So, I know Atel is good. I know Kale can be good for clan boss. I think who else is rare who may be good? There are quite a few rare heroes which actually does decently. Another subscriber. I thank you for subscribing, whoever it is. There aren't really too many rare heroes which is like endgame worthy. I don't think Steel Skull is a rare. I'm very certain that he is an epic boyo.
No, but Bellower.
Oh, Bellower is a rare. Does he really do? Oh, another subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. Is below very... Is he good for clan boss? Couldn't really imagine him being good. I know for a fact that he deals a lot of AoE damage, but that
All
doesn't
of his
really...
stuff is AoE. Yeah.
Yeah, he just deals a lot of AoE, but I don't see him being good against clan boss. Like, he just seems very mad to me.
You can block cooldowns with the clan boss.
Yeah, the clan boss is immune to everything. I'm not your subscriber. Jesus, man. Who's subscribing? Thank you, Alex WWE.
Toxic
like that.
set on Apothecary with Giant Slayer. Yeah, that's...
Toxic set? Yeah, because then it would do the poison stuff. So there was a discussion, well, more of a thing between me and the owner of the new account, or me and him, about... We were discussing, spoiler alert, everyone, cover your ears in 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, it's fine for... So we got Bad Alcazar. Okay, I got Bad Alcazar. And could he be better than Apothecary for clan boss? With his poison extravaganza stuff and his continuous healing on the heroes and everything. I don't fully know, but he seems like he could be a good clan boss hero. But most people I've seen... He is Knight Revenant, I think. Or I think it's Knight Revenant. I'm pretty certain of it. Because his skills is actually pretty good. But Apothecary is also very good. And Apothecary would give speeds to the team to hopefully like do more attacks. And also the speed doesn't increase his turn meter, does it? He just does speed, or does he turn meter as well? I don't even know my own heroes.
Thanks,
that's how bad I
am. I'm not going to try to pronounce that any better. Yeah, it is undead. Bad Alcazar is undead. Let me see.
Undead Hordes. Oh, that legendary is like 5x than a pot. Let's see here.
Oh, yeah.
Bad Alcazar is one of the best legendaries in the game. But I guess he could be better in clan boss. But then again, I've seen so many pictures or images, whatever.
He's absolutely better against clan boss.
He is?
Because he can remove all debuffs from all allies, which includes stuns. So when the clan boss stuns someone, like one of your big hitters, he can remove that debuff.
And he can continuously heal.
And then he places 2 5% poison debuffs on the clan boss, and then he deals 15% increased damage against the clan boss while he's under a poison effect, which if you build your team around that, you can just always have poison on the clan boss. And his A1 heals himself and all allies.
He seems good.
He seems very strong, yeah.
Yeah, because the reason I was kind of hesitant about it is I've seen so many images of like 30 million damage to clan boss, nightmare, like 20 million pictures, and all of them, I think literally all of those pictures have an apothecary in them, which is kind of making me feel like, could I potentially take someone else out than apothecary? Because I'm not sure, because you do want a synergy to like work on itself, or the team to build itself up somehow. And I think Bad Alcazar could really do that. And the only useful thing about Apothecary, I suppose, he heals a lot if he crits. Like, he can heal 40,000. But then again, once you're at 7 minutes in clan boss, it will most likely one-shot each and every, like most of your heroes. So 40k healing wouldn't be necessary. So the only thing you'd have him for if you're going to deal 30 million damage would just be speed. And I'm not sure if that's fully worth it or not. But I think it could be useful with Skull Crusher, Steel Skull, Bad Alcazar, and who else was there? Someone like Pirates told me about like a good team. Also, someone just super chatted. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Alex. Free super chat. That's great. I appreciate it. Let me see. 61 messages. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's see. Clan boss: Steel Skull, Skull Crusher, Juliana, Apothecary, and Tyrell. And I think I could have, instead of Apothecary, I could have Steel Skull, Skull Crusher, Juliana, Bad Alcazar, and Tyrol. That could be a nice one, I think, maybe. I don't fully know. What you using him for?
I think that could be a fairly strong lineup. I think maybe Bad Alcazar and Apothecary together could be.
I think that could be insane. But I'm not sure who I would take out. Tyrol is fantastic. I shouldn't take out Tyrol. He's kind of vital. Skull Crusher is also very damn good. Damn good. Steel Skull is no questions asked. He's going to stay there regardless. Like I saw that image of someone dealing 30 million to Nightmare, and 16 million damage, 16.5 million was from the Steel Skull. He outdamaged everyone else by a long shot. He was the most insane damage I've ever seen from just a singular hero. Like, that hero's damage alone is like freaking 4 to 5 times stronger than my entire team in Nightmare. So just from one hero. But let's talk more about how you can do better in Clan Boss. Is there any in particular masteries you should have?
Well,
besides Giant Slayer.
I personally would suggest having, in most scenarios, if you have a champion that uses accuracy, you could go down the support tree and get accuracy. And depending on the different champion, you can. What was I going to say? There's different paths you could go down in the support tree. For instance, just on the second tier, there's Charged Focus, which gives you higher accuracy when the champion has no skills on cooldown. That specifically would be really good on someone like Outlaw Monk, because you're going to use the foul play, and when you use foul play, you won't have anything on cooldown, so you'll automatically have an increase in 20 accuracy. And if you take the 10 accuracy above that, you'll have 30 increased accuracy.
That's very good in PvP as well, let's say. Because in the beginning of every battle, like for example, my Tomb Lord on my old account, or the account I can still play a little bit, he does have that, and plus 20 accuracy can really make a big difference. Like 20 accuracy doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're in the hundreds, it's actually very vital. And even then, like most people, you don't see many people with 170 resistance. You just don't. There's not many people having that high resistance. So 20 accuracy is actually very good, especially if, for example, if you are a common player or you haven't gotten an accuracy banner or whatever, you have 82 accuracy and then you have an enemy with 75 resistance. That 20 accuracy can be the difference between like making him 60%, getting him some insane debuffs. And that could be really game changing. It could literally change the battle from that just single mastery right there. So it's actually very, very good.
And I think the thing to keep in mind for most people when they're asking questions about Clan Boss, it's just a matter of what you have available to maximize your damage output.
Yeah, not everyone has the Steel Skull and Skull Crusher and everything.
Exactly,
you should just
yeah.
That's why I wanted to make a free-to-play series on my channel, to just make it more, as some people said, relatable.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know, man. You should work with what you have, and you should listen to us, because we're professionals, absolutely. We're the biggest professionals in this game, in this industry. We're the best. So, what's your... Okay, never mind. We're going to end before you get to ask. Kidding. Just being like, psych, see ya. No. So, for example, if you don't have a State Crusher, if you have, let's say you have a starter account, or you have a new account, you have chosen Kale. Like, that isn't bad, honestly. Kale isn't bad against Clan Boss, in my opinion. He is not great, obviously, but he's not bad with his poison. And you should just, even if you don't have a hero with poison stuff or poison skills, you could always try and use toxic sets. that may actually help your team a lot. Especially, let's say you have a team with, let's say, for example, some attack like 1500 attack. That's not really much, but it's something very average or like early/mid game would be. And that doesn't really do a lot to clan boss. I'm sure you would deal like 30,000 or less. So getting a toxic set on those heroes, making it trigger him for 50,000, 70,000, however much, many times, it's actually quite overpowered when you think about it, considering it's based on his health instead of your own attack. So poison is actually very good. Even if you do not have a poison hero, you could try and use a toxic set if you don't have a super strong team.
Yeah, and toxic can also be... I feel like the toxic set is rather underrated in a lot of cases. If you don't have if you don't have champions that can stack HP burn or percent max health damage or poison, for instance, if you started with Aethel, and you don't have anybody that can stack poison or do a lot of damage that way towards the clan boss, you could always technically put a toxic set on Aethel, and because she attacks 3 times with her primary,
there's a big likelihood of actually triggering.
Exactly, yeah. Like, so that is a possibility. But in that case, you would have to have somebody else that would be your main campaign farmer, because if you put toxic set on Aethel,
yeah,
she's not going to be very good in campaign.
Yeah, it's purely clan boss focused at that point, or boss focused in general. Like, but even then, like bosses, they don't, especially when it comes to Giant Slayer and everything. I've noticed in the Dragon or Fire Golem or like the Snow Golem, like the only places where like Giant Slayer and all of the poison things trigger, it's a Spider and Clan Boss. Like that's the main ones, which like those things would be the most helpful on. But then of course on Minotaur, it's been helping me a lot as well, because I'm on my own old account. I actually do Minotaur 15. I've done it in 1 minute 1 second. So Giant Slayer is definitely useful. Yeah, it was
I
kind of.
I haven't got there yet.
Yeah. On the new account, I haven't gotten there yet. However, kind of off topic of this podcast, I did get a lot of good artifacts for it, which should be a teaser for potentially tomorrow or something, or something. That's my slogan from now on, guys. It's or something.
Or something.
Header spur drop. Or something. It's my slogan or something.
Yeah. Definitely good filler. Alex says, I'm a beginner, can I ask you a question? Is it hard to make 6 stars purple? To make 1 6-star, you need, I believe we determined 120 3 stars to make 1 6-star.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Depending on the rarity of the champion that you're making 6-star, that determines how expensive it is to ascend that champion. So if you're making an epic 6-star, yeah, exactly. If you're making an epic 6-star, then it's going to be a lot more expensive to ascend it 6 stars.
It's actually easier to 6-star a 4-star than a 3-star because you need less food. Same as a legendary, there's less food necessary to make it 6 stars because it's already 5 stars. That's already, how many is that? It's already like 23 stars 25. Or 25 trees. Yeah, 25 in it. 25. So it's actually the higher quality hero, the easier it is for you to 6-star it. It's just, the skills between rare skill tomes, legendary and epic and all those, which is a big difference. But this month, I think they will introduce 6-star gear, legendary gear. So I'm very curious to know about substats, if they will be able to be made plus 20, for example. Because I think maybe they said something like that in the forums, but I'm not fully sure what they meant. And once that happens, I wonder how that will affect Clan Boss. And if that may change the meta between different gear sets, whether some other gear sets may be better for that specific purpose. Because again, legendary gear sets, like what they can do, they can just simply buff the set bonus. For example, like if you have a crit set giving you 12% damage, they could make it, well, that would actually be stupid. They would have to make an entire other set, but it would be cool if you have a legendary weapon and a legendary set of gauntlets. That set bonus would be buffed by, like, let's say 5% or 8%, so it would be 20% additional crit from those two items rather than 12%. I think that could be kind of cool. But then it would be maybe a little bit OP, but it would be cool regardless.
It would add some more depth. It would add something else to look forward to late game. Because I feel like right now, once you get to a certain point, it's all kind of the same, and you're just gambling on getting better champions. And then once you get to a point where you have all the champions that you're looking for, really the only thing to do once you've maxed everything out and you have your teams is just log in every day and play your rounds of arena and do clan boss, and that's it.
Yeah, that's so it would definitely prolong the gameplay, I'd say. And it will prolong the gameplay just making these legendary items. And I do sincerely believe that they may be able to, like, make it plus 20 or something. I think that would be a good idea, to make it even more expensive in silver. But what I wish they had also, for Alex, it's not difficult to get potions for purple/pink stars. It's not difficult to get potions at all. You can get lucky and get, like, a superior potion immediately. Which may be bad if you're in the start of an epic, because you don't need superior potions. But it could be useful later on. But what I think they should have added to the game, never kind of straying off topic, but that doesn't really matter. So I said or something in the description, so that's fine. We can talk about whatever now. So how's Disneyland? I wish they would add a rebirth feature kind of thing. Not on heroes or anything, but on artifacts. So say you have a plus 16 5-star artifact. You have spent, let's say, 2 million silver on it, or however much you've spent on it, it doesn't matter. And you could, this would be definitely, it would be more beneficial, obviously, to pay to win, because that's what the game wants. They do want to earn money. But it would also be useful for free to play, whereas you could pay 50 gems and it would just reset. It would not necessarily, it would be too OP if it resetted the substats. I wouldn't agree with that. It would keep the substats, but it would revert to +0 or not upgraded, and you would get your silver back. And you could do this to any equipment, and it would cost, like, let's say 50 gems for a 5-star, 40 gems for a 4-star, 30 gems for a 3-star, 20 gems for a 2-star, and 10 gems for a 1-star, for example. I think that could be a nice balance to it, because it's very unfortunate. Yeah?
I could see that being a thing. The only problem that
Hi, Rodrigo.
I would see would be that kind of takes away some of the unforgivingness.
I know.
So if you early on, if you just, like, spend a bunch of silver and you level up crappy gear, and then you realize, okay, well, this isn't good. I no longer need this gear. I kind of wasted my money. Well, you learn, but if you could just
it neglects the use of silver, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you could just get your silver back for all that, then silver would lose a lot of value, I think, because you wouldn't ever really be hurting for silver, because you could just take some old gear that you had upgraded and revert it and get your silver back, and then use that for whatever.
Yeah. I could understand why it would be abusive. I didn't really think about that. Actually, people could really abuse it, especially for artifact events, like upgrading artifacts. Jesus, man, I didn't think about this. Darn. now my plan is ruined. My fantastic idea, which I sent to Cytheriaa, the community manager, it's ruined. No wonder she didn't respond to me. She was like, "What the heck are you thinking about, man? What's wrong with you?"
Well, that's just how you think when you're a programmer. That's the stuff you have to you have to consider.
Yeah.
As
You
well,
have to
how could
figure
someone
out.
break this?
Yeah, how could someone abuse this? You have to think about that. Especially, they've done a very good job in this game to make sure that people can't abuse different things. They've made this game very. It's very well polished. People can't really abuse it a lot. Of course, some of the events can technically be abused, but then again, it's a part of the game. You can upgrade. Well, before in the artifact event, you could simply just level up 24 pieces of 5-star equipment to +8. It would take you like just over 1,000,000 silver and you would have the event finished. But they did severely upgrade the requirements there, but it was like those things. I guess they didn't really think about that when they first made the event, so they just made it way more difficult. Now it requires like 3 million. Yeah, why
always gets abused. Everyone just puts their defending side down to 1, so that way they can lose ELO and gain it back very easily.
Yeah, but they nerfed it a lot. Now the gold medals give 1 point only for some reason, which is stupid. It's so stupid. There should be some benefit of being high rank in arena. What else is there? It's only Great Hall which it would benefit. And that's kind of silly in my opinion. They should have kept the arena event as they used to have it, in my opinion.
Yeah, that would actually, that's a good idea, because that would eliminate a lot of the abuse that happens with the arena. If there were benefits for being at a higher rank, then people would be more inclined to stay in gold if they're in gold, rather than trying to D-rank and gain their rank back quicker.
Yeah, because they could simply just go down to bronze and just rank up easy as heck, and that's it. But the benefit earlier would just be to go gold 1 and then level up, but then people wouldn't. Yeah, I think they just made it more people abuse it by making that change.
It would make it less noticeable. For instance, the account I'm playing on right now, mainly, it's I think it would hover around silver, like lower silver, and I would, during arena events, I would get paired against people that would definitely were in gold. They had teams of like 4 legendaries.
Oh, Jesus, man. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I shouldn't be seeing you here.
Yeah,
Why are
it's
you
making.
here?
It's kind of like the YouTube thing where I popped up and several others in bronze 1. I see some people sending me images of like them being in bronze 1 and they're like, hey, found you in arena. I fought you. I didn't survive very long and I just feel bad. I'm like, I'm sorry. That's
Your Ray one-shot me.
Did she or does she?
Your Ray went and I think used her, what is it, her A3?
It's her A3 on automatic. I used her A2 if manual.
She used her A3 and killed all of my champions.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah, she's a throwing hero, definitely. Someone were kind of worried about the new series about, oh, you shouldn't make Ray your main focus again. What the heck is the point then? And I'm like, yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to use her. Ray, as good as Ray is, I don't think she's an endgame hero. I'll just be honest and say that right now. I think for a tanky team, endgame team, I think you need someone one-shotting enemies, just one at a time. Someone calling. Okay. Hello, stranger on the side.
Sorry about that.
I didn't see. Yeah, that's fine. But I think that Ray isn't endgame material. She's great and she's good for mid/late /endgame, but I don't think she's in the full endgame, like the final countdown. I don't think she is worth being there. I think you would have better heroes at that point. Unless she's your best one you could use in endgame, but to get to endgame you need to have some more legendary heroes, and that's just how it is. That's just how the game has formed itself, where you can't. It's very difficult, but it's possible to be end game for free to play. But you just need a lot of luck, and that's about it.
Yeah,
or you could just.
That's what happens with like collection games like this, or games that have a heavy focus on microtransactions. It's just, you know, if you get lucky, then you're able to progress faster, and if you don't, then you have to grind more.
Yeah, later this month, Luca. Someone asked when we can play the game on Plarium Play. I think it's all happening this month. I'm not fully sure though. So, well, clan boss. On topic. Hashtag on topic. So, we figured out a very good team. Steel Skull, Skull Crusher, Bad Alcazar, and we have Tyrell, and we have Juliana. We could potentially take out Skull Crusher, or Juliana, or Tyrell, and actually use Apothecary and Bad Alcazar. That could be a nice mix. And you do want to use Toxic Set. Well, I guess you don't really have to if you have Bad Alcazar, because he will just keep the poison going. And then you could actually output more damage as well, because you could allot other stronger attack sets on your heroes, which typically would use them. I wonder if Retaliate is good on Clan Boss. I wonder if someone is using Retaliate.
For a little bit, before I had a full set of Toxic, on Outlaw Monk I used, I believe it was Relentless. Just let me double check that.
Oh, giving you a 10% turn meter boost or something?
No, so 18% chance to get an extra turn. So I had Relentless on Outlaw Monk, so every time I would attack, I would have about what would that be, 45% chance?
Would it stack?
Of gaining an extra turn. Yeah, so it's additive. So there's a 25% chance on the attack. So it basically, what would happen is it's an effective 40% sort of.
Yeah.
When he attacks, it would essentially roll the 25% chance, like it would make that roll, and then afterwards it would make the 18% roll. So I had two chances to gain an extra turn. There were times where I gained 2 extra turns from one attack.
That's very cool. That's very cool. I think we covered most of... Well, we haven't really talked too much about legendaries. I know Cytheriaa, she can be very good against a clan boss, but not on auto. I think she needs to be manually handled in terms of attacking the clan boss. And I don't fully know too much. There was this Queen Ava. Is she good against clan boss?
Oh, never mind. Nope. It's heal
she just
reduction.
does singular. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that as I was clicking her because for some reason I thought it was I thought it was an HP burn, but it's a heal reduction. So never mind. Scratch that.
Yeah. We're famous. We have 74 viewers.
Very nice.
Yes. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
People in my house right now. I don't like this.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's so full in here. Yeah.
I don't think my house could fit 74 people, honestly.
Yeah. We're just going off topic, but like 5 years or so ago, actually people say they don't mind me going off topic sometimes, which I appreciate because I do love telling a story. There was this very small cabin. We were going to celebrate the New Year's Eve, and we were. I guess the cabin had like 3 bedrooms or something, or 3. I think 3 or 4 bedrooms, and we were 18 people there, going to sleep over and everything. 18 people. It was so full. Like, if you wanted to be alone, you couldn't go to another room because there was some people there. There was people everywhere, man. That was the craziest. A small cabin with 18 people for like 2 days, or I think it was just one night. But still, it was kind of ridiculous how many people there were. And they just had to make food in the kitchen. They had to make so damn much food. It was kind of crazy. How's it going, buddy? It's going great, William. How are you doing? How is the vote going, by the way? I could actually take a look now on the vote because we're off topic. But while we're talking, is there any other good legendaries? There has to be more good legendaries to do the clan boss. There has to be. Like, I'm sure Arbiter is amazing. Yeah, that's good. You guys should vote, by the way.
I'm not too familiar with a lot of the legendaries, honestly. I haven't looked at
Me neither.
most of them, so I'm kind of... Oh, there's one. Cytheriaa could be good. Her A1 places an
Cytheriaa?
HP burn.
Oh, that's not bad. I have a Cytheriaa on the new account. Maybe she could be useful. I don't think
She
yeah.
A2 heals target ally by 75% of their max HP, and places a block debuff for 2 turns. Okay.
Martyr is good for clan boss, someone said. Is Martyr good for clan boss? Yeah, she is. Isn't she like Sacred Order or Bannerlords? I think she may be in Sacred Order or Bannerlords. I don't know. Maybe Bannerlords. Legendary.
Well,
yeah, she's a
Bannerlords right now. So
yeah, she's a legendary, so should be easy to see. She has like this white head stuff. I don't know. Yeah. I think she could probably be
she's
fairly good.
Sacred Order.
She's Sacred Order, yeah. I know for a fact she does give counterattack to everyone, doesn't she? Or yeah.
Yes, she
does. And
she
increases their defense as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that isn't too bad.
60% increased defense and a counterattack buff on all allies. And if if it's maxed, it's a 3-turn cooldown.
What's good about that? I think the counterattack is for 2 rounds as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually amazing, because imagine if you do not have any poison heroes, you don't have any poison skills, you could just use a toxic set on one of them, and every time he would be attacked, he would counterattack and deal his poison, and then there you go, you got stable poison, and it wouldn't even take a turn from you, it would just be like, here you go, a counterattack. And increasing the defense by 60% is also very amazing. If you could have a hero that decreases the boss damage by 50%, that would mean you'd take like you would take way less damage, like 110% total or something like that. So that would also be a very nice setup with Martyr doing her stuff, I think. Also Valkyrie could be good, but Valkyrie is an orc, surprisingly enough. I do have a Valkyrie on the account as well. But I think all of these legendaries, they may be good, and if you do not have Steel Crusher, Steel Crusher, Skull Crusher, and all these names, and you have legendary heroes, you should definitely look into if they're good or not. And you should just build with what you have. And if you do have a hero dealing debuffs, then go for accuracy, and you need more of it the higher clan boss you have. And from what we gathered in the beginning, like the higher clan boss, the more damage the basing enemy on max health damage type of attack will just deal more if it's based on the max HP of the clan boss. Hi there, Tan. Nice to see you. Valkyrie is hard to scale, so Skull Crusher is better. Yeah, Skull Crusher is just way better. He's easier to scale as well. There's actually a very big difference between legendary tomes and epic tomes, I'd say. It's way easier to get epic tomes. Oh, Valkyrie's Barbarians, I'm sorry. Saw someone doing Nightmare with her, and the counterattack is hella overpowered, Ashen says. Septimus / Warlord are amazing in CB.
Prince Kymar.
Prince Kymar, could he be good?
Demon Spawn. His A1 places 5% poison debuff.
That's kind of useless though if you have bad Alcazar. Right?
Well, you need to, if you have Battle Khazar, the clan boss essentially needs to have a poison debuff on them when Battle Khazar is attacking, if you want to take advantage of the increased damage.
Yeah, well, he would mainly be used to tank, because you do need someone to heal and tank. You don't, obviously you want everyone dealing some damage, at least 1 million or more. But I think you could do that if you had the proper masteries on him. And he's mainly there to heal, let's say.
At Drexthar. Someone just mentioned Drexthar in the chat.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at him. His A1 attacks one enemy 3 times. And each hit has a 30% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 2 turns. And
HP burn. Yeah.
It heals him as well. The attack heals himself.
Not based on the total damage dealt, because then he would go with full HP all the time. That would be kind of
Heals this
imbalanced.
champion by 20% of the damage inflicted if the target is under an HP burn debuff.
That's OP though. If that's how it sounds like, that's actually very OP.
And
Because
then
let's
his
say
passive
what
is he has a 50. Well, actually, at max level, that would be 75% chance of placing an HP burn debuff when he gets hit.
So let's say how much? Okay, let's say we're on a nightmare boss. HP burn would probably I guess it's based on the enemy HP, right?
Yes.
So if that deals like 75,000 times a lot, like many times it stacks, he would just fully heal himself every single time. Every single time the boss would take damage from HP burn.
He
or
heals
is it
himself
limited?
with the attack. So with the attack itself.
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's not that OP. Okay, I was like, holy crud, this is kind of game breaking. If we could do that, that would be so game breaking. Yeah, that would break the entire game. But yeah, that would be kind of OP. But he could be good. Juliana Steel Skulls, Hyrule Skull Crusher. On the variable is Bad Elder Apothecary. I think it's a difficult question. I need to ask some people doing 20 million to... I need to ask the Incredibles clan, like, what's up? What do you advise? But you said Bad Alcazar, and I definitely will take that into consideration. And I just have to level up his skills, which is rather expensive. But what I wanted to do first was level up race skills, just to have a stable farmer. I think a farmer is very important if you want... a farmer is just, in my opinion, one of the most important things you can have. Honestly. It makes, just getting better heroes so much easier. So much easier. So much easier. And people...
also increases your clear, like, you don't have to spend as much time on everything. So, you know, if you don't have a whole lot of time to hop on to the game every day, then having a really strong farmer would definitely make things a lot more enjoyable, because you would just be able to go through your grinding every day in a short amount of time. So that's probably one of the most important things.
Someone linked a video of a martyr dealing 16.6 million damage on Nightmare boss. That is like Steel Crusher basically. That's actually kind of insane. Man, I don't think the account or the new main has a martyr, but they have a Valkyrie. Okay, thank you for subscribing, Cyrillic name. Do you know Cyrillic? You could spell it out.
Huh?
Do you really know Cyrillic? Like Russian or something?
No.
No, me neither.
I don't know Russian.
Yeah,
at least not the letters.
Hello, it's me,
Hello.
John, Bratva, demonetized for talking about mafia. Yeah, so hashtag demonetized.
Oh.
So thank you for the $1.99 earlier. The person Alex who donated, thank you for that. That's the all I'll earn from this. But in all honesty, though, imagine just having a martyr with a steel crusher, with like Bad Alcazar or however the other heroes. That would just wreck the nightmare boss's face. It really would. It would be so cool to be able to deal like 40 million in a hit or something. I don't think I've ever seen 40 million in a hit. But that would be kind of insane. But I would honestly be happy if I am able to do 20 million a hit, because that means I could get the max rewards, because I think it's 40 million. So if I deal 20 million and something per hit, that would be great for sacred shards and all that stuff, which you can get from the Nightmare Clan boss if you're dealing a lot of damage. Yeah, I think that could be cool. Any other good heroes? I don't really know how much
kind of
about Raz.
Through all of the legendaries, and
None of them.
I mean, there are some, like Nethril attacks one enemy 3 times. and there's a 30% chance of placing a 5% poison.
Yeah, it's kind of... It's just the epics are better for clan boss than legendaries. That's what we've come down to.
Yeah, it really
Except
just
for Martyr.
It depends on what you're... Oh, wait a minute.
What's up?
An epic Karam.
Kiram?
Karam.
Ram. I think I haven't fed him yet.
Attacks one enemy, deals damage from all poison debuffs on the target instantly.
Wait. I think, well, that's kind of cool. So if the boss has 2 stacks, let's say 4 poison debuffs, and he attacks the boss, it would take that damage immediately, and the new poison debuffs could add themselves, and that could actually be kind of cool. It could just stack up. Let's say we have Pat Alcazar just giving poison like crazy, and him on the side. I think that could be kind of cool. Actually, that's not a bad strategy.
It's an epic too. Yeah, and if you just build a poison team, if you build it centered around that, just you stack poison on the clan boss, and then use his A3 and deal all of the poison damage in one turn.
Dzień dobry, Wojmak 24. Dzień dobry means good day in Polish. I know these things for some reason.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Dzień dobry. There we go. Cytheriaa has that skill, except it halves the damage. So take a look at Cytheriaa maybe? You're Rail Rider. Oh, Alex, you should join the Discord. I don't have it in the livestream description, which I probably should have, but you should click on a video of mine which was not live streamed and join it. I need you there. Yeah, Rail Rider, join, please. Thanks. Cytheriaa. I think Cytheriaa could be very good overall, though. And
I've seen a lot of teams use Cytheriaa.
Yeah, she's definitely a very good hero. Thank you, Wojmak. I know, I practiced. Dzień dobry. And then nie means no, and tak means yes. That's all the Polish for the day. Nie. It's instead of niet, as it's in Russian. It's nie. Yeah, and dobre can mean good or okay or something. Okay. Whatever. I think we're off topic enough now, but we did manage to cover a lot on the clan boss. If there was something we missed, you as a viewer right now could ask more questions before we ended off. And if you are watching the video, you could ask questions down in the comments. Maybe me and Arconex can take a look, like every once in a while. Maybe be able to answer you. You could also join the Discord chat, which is not linked in the description. You should go on another video and join it through there. I need to add it for the next live stream description. And you can join the Discord chat. We do have a game help chat, which can help you with any game questions, whether it's masteries, artifacts, heroes, whatever you want help with. You can join the Discord chat and join. Do not ask in general chat, ask in game help chat, and we will very much appreciate it. And we have a lot of very experienced people able to help you there. I've gotten a lot of my advice from there. Okay. Well, I've talked privately with a professional, but essentially you could just ask the same in game help and get the same response of what heroes to use for a clan boss. You have such and such hero, and who could be good in clan boss. What heroes would fit good? Which heroes would fit well together? What artifacts and jewelry and all that stuff. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Alex. I appreciate it. Whale Rider. You need to give me advice, because Whale Rider. I'm talking to Whale Rider now. You need to give me advice. Thanks. Whale Rider is a very good player. What do I think about Queen Ava? I think Queen Ava is the best farmer in the game. I think she is. I think she is quicker than Big Un. I'm not sure. I think she does it in 7 and Big Un does it in 8. So I think she may be literally the best farmer in the entire game.
No,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Don't 6-star Gaelic. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't 6-star Gaelic. Gaelic.
I stopped at 4. I stopped at 4.
Yeah, I stopped at 5, I think. But I think I fed him along. Didn't I feed him along? I think I fed him a long time
I used
ago.
his food too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I opened up Kale, and I used him as food to get Kale to 5-star.
Yeah, why not? Cannibalism, that's fine. Okay, demonetized won't even more. But yeah, that's a benefit of being on Twitch. You don't get demonetized necessarily. I don't know how Twitch works.
It's just if you playing music, that's the biggest problem on Twitch.
The copyright. Yeah.
Yeah, because clips of your stream go based off of the past broadcast VOD, and if Twitch has determined that copyright music was playing, they actually just silence the audio for a chunk of the video surrounding that area that might have the copyright, and so you may get clips from your stream that just don't have audio anymore because it got copyrighted.
Yeah, I dislike that, but it's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the biggest issue that I have.
Yeah. How many subscribers you got? Now we're asking the details. Maybe I could tell some people with Prime to subscribe to you because I'm not partnered on Twitch, so
they may as well. Like actual subs on Twitch?
Yeah.
I don't even know the answer to that question.
You don't?
Give me a second. I don't know an exact number, no.
A good amount of my viewers is from the United States, and Amazon is gigantic as heck, so I think many probably has a Prime thing they could subscribe with. If you guys want to look at Arcanex, he streams a lot of things. Twitch.tv/Arcanex. I don't know if that's
IPR_Arcanex. Yeah.
Or that. Something like that.
Yeah.
You can follow him and everything. And I'm getting a lot of Twitch followers as well because it's in my description, but I'm not active on Twitch yet. I wanted to live stream Elder Scrolls 6, but it seems like it's going to be a very long time until that game happens.
I can't wait.
I think Below can't farm under 7 seconds.
Borderlands 3
yeah.
is what I'm hyped for. Gee, bless you!
Bless you. Can we get some bless yous in chat? Thanks. I think Below can farm in 7 seconds. Someone said that he couldn't, but I think he can. But you need like godlike gear. You need basically the best gear you can get. Maybe with 6-star gear, Belower will be relevant again. Maybe with 6-star gear, we can make him great again. Thank you, Marco, friend mayor.
Belower great again.
Yeah, we're going to hashtag make Belower great again with 6-star gear.
No.
Yes. You're from Romania. That's awesome. Crimson Hill, Breeze is shady. You should click on another video of mine and join the Discord. Linked in the description there. But I think we've covered Clan Boss a lot more than we've done a nice job, I think, hopefully. I guess the likes and dislikes and the comments will let us know. And for the next podcast, which may happen soon near you on Spotify, Google Music, iTunes, Hulu Play, Amazon Audiobooks. I don't even know.
Coming to a Kindle near you.
Yeah, we're actually not. It would be cool to join Spotify or something, but we're nowhere near big enough for that. But maybe at some point, this will be like an official podcast. But I want to thank.
Spotify just requires. I think there's just there's payments you have to make just to get your stuff put on Spotify.
Yeah, maybe if we get rich from this and getting like 100,000 views, I'll do it. Yeah, no. But I want to thank everyone for listening to this podcast and watching, if you're watching. And I want to thank Arcanex for joining me. This is going to be a thing we'll do more often. Do you want to outro us? You could do that if you want to. I'll leave the outro to you.
Yeah, thanks to everyone that tuned in and listened and watched. And Earlier, I did see a comment about how it looks like John is sitting on my lap. So thank you for John sitting on my lap. Yeah, that's about it. My as was stated before, my Twitch channel is twitch.tv/IPR_Arcanex.
And if you have Amazon Prime, you should spend that free Twitch Prime subscription on him until I get active. Then you can unsub from him and join me. Kidding. Nah, but Twitch is great. Twitch is very good. It's a great site. I've heard some people say, "Are your heart bleeding purple or is it bleeding red?" Red is for YouTube streaming and purple is for Twitch. It's kind of weird, kind of a weird saying.
And if you're an edge lord, you say your heart bleeds black.
Yeah, mine does because I'm the devil. So
there it is.
Just for your information.
So yeah,
yeah. There we go. I will. Your username isn't DNA, is it? On YouTube, someone shared your link. Is that you?
Oh yeah, that is me. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I may have to follow you as well because I'm bad at following.
My profile picture is the "I'm just gonna send it" meme.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks guys for watching. Again, leave a like, subscribe, check him out, and we may do the next podcast. We may focus on arena. What arena teams could be good? Oh man. Now we're leading up to something good for the next live stream, which should be, I don't know, the next podcast, right? It should be, I don't know, we'll figure it out. I honestly have a lot of free time, so it doesn't matter to me a lot. So, but I've heard you've been very busy, so continue. Hopefully,
I have been, yeah.
Yeah. That's life, man. Well, thanks everyone, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. 1 hour 8 minutes. That's not bad. Okay, bye. Hopefully the beginning live stream portion of 8 minutes didn't like mess up, and that's hopefully, yeah, I don't even know. Okay.